Yo, YouTube, you know what's going on. Yo, Ramon, back in the fucking zone, man. For the whole city, I'm putting it on, man. You know who I got with me, my boy.
BMP.
My dog.
Camacho.
My
King
nigga.
Rob.
Camacho.
What's up?
Hey, you know what's going on, man. Today we're reviewing the show Farzar on Netflix. Very good show. Let's talk about it, man. Shit, Camacho, what you think?
This might be an actual question debate here. Camacho, show 'em what you think.
So Farzar, it's a good watch. It kind of reminds me of like Rick and Morty, Family Guy, Futurama, like those kind of shows. It's definitely a good show. How Samosa and brought out about it's a good couch watch. So if you're just chilling with the boys, it's definitely a good watch. It has some funny parts, but yeah, that's for me. That's enough of the good parts. Let's go.
That was
Rob.
quick.
Yeah, same, literally.
This man watched 4 episodes and quit.
yeah, bro. He ain't like it, bro. That's all good.
Yeah, let's move on.
I thought it was a great show, dude. I thought it was hilarious, but y'all know me. I find a lot of things funny.
Right.
You know, comedy is subjective. But no, I thought it was a great couch watch. You know, me and Ann were sitting there having the time of our lives watching that shit. We was dying. I definitely went home and watched it and still enjoyed it. Like,
Did you enjoy it as much?
I still did. I thought it was funny.
The same.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
good.
Is that a problem?
No, I'm just
He
gauging.
going to know about it. He was
Go ahead.
No, I thought the show was hilarious. Like, definitely the jokes hit. They hit some references in there. Like the 4th episode is my favorite, the alien reference. I thought that was hilarious. I thought little things here and there, ongoing jokes were pretty funny. What was the name? Billy. I thought Billy was that man would start jerking off just wherever he was.
I think it's yo. He's like, I'm sad.
And remember that the first part when they introduced him, and he's like, Barry, like fix his man, and he was like, you gotta hold the calf tighter or something. Barry's a good character.
I like the show because just off of that, it's just so raunchy and like uncensored and shit like that. There's other shows that do
Very
that,
uncensored.
but it's like, bro, these niggas are making dick jokes, they're making gay jokes, they're making black jokes, white jokes, Asian jokes. They're making everything. Fucking Lil Bob Doogie jokes.
Lil Bob Doogie, Big
Like,
Bob Doogie, and Medium Bob Doogie.
Bro, shit just gets weird. But like a good type of weird. Like not to like, oh, what the fuck? This shit is just, you know what I mean? But it knows what it's doing. And so for me, it's like a Rick and Morty, South Park, Family Guy type mix all together. So I mean, overall, I like it. I thought the show was funny. I ended up watching it with my girl, and she liked that shit. I mean, she likes that fucking humor either way. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I thought it was a good watch for the boys. With your girl, she fucks with it. You know what I mean?
So what did
with your kids?
What did y'all not like about it though?
What I didn't like about it is that I started to notice it like maybe 2 or 3 episodes in is that they're constantly throwing jokes at us, and like some do land, some are funny as fuck, and then some of them are just hitting the blunt like, okay, like that wasn't really funny, like, and it was like it's an awkward transition too. Sometimes after the jokes, like it's just like they throw a joke and there's no type of transition. It's like okay, on to the whatever they're carrying on next, whatever random shit they're talking about next. So that's one thing I didn't like about. The second thing is that it's not necessarily that I don't like about it, which this is kind of going like what kind of really affects my rating on the show. That it's just more like, oh, I can watch this, or I can watch like Rick and Morty and Futurama and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's like just the comparisons in that field. In that field, we have a lot of other shows that are like similar, that are better.
Yeah, I agree with that. You kind of hit on a good point where, and this is common to a lot of these shows where they'll throw a shitload of jokes at you, boom, 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 and a lot of those don't hit, bro. And I'm just tired of these type shows, and this is subjective to me. I'm tired of these type shows. When Family Guy came out first, yeah, that shit was funny, and it was raunchy too. They were talking about black people, gays, like everything. Same thing with South Park.
Robot Chicken, all that shit.
Robot Chicken, everything.
Yeah.
But now we're way down the line where we've seen Paradise PD, we've seen Brickleberry, we've seen Inside Job like last year, we've seen this now. Yeah. Same thing. All these are a wash, dude. All these are a wash. I could watch these and forget about them the next day, the next hour. Like, why am I watching this?
I guess you could say the same thing about like, let's say gory action films. You know what I'm saying? Like, for how long have we got like bloody ass shit, and they just gonna keep upping the ante. Like Invincible is just like niggas like Invincible because it's gory.
But we haven't
But there's
seen
always
something
gonna
like Invincible before.
we haven't.
Go
But
ahead.
niggas are just getting their arms ripped off and shit like that, like MK and like
No,
not the
that's-
movie,
but that's
not the
MK
movies,
though,
but I'm
that's
saying
MK.
like there's meetings and it's in movies where niggas are like really getting fucked up. Like you see
Well,
some
that's just
graphic
gory
shit.
to be gory, but the thing about
Like the
Invincible
storyline.
is it's gory, but it's because of the
superheroes?
story. Yeah, well,
Like-
so it's gory, but because of the storyline.
Well, what about the boys?
Well, I feel like the boys.
But I'm
were-
saying like there was things before that. That
I
were
feel
also
like,
gory.
like they were doing like what they're doing kind of new, like Invincible and The Boys is more like it's like superheroes going bad. Like everyone's been growing up with superheroes. We know superheroes, but we don't really have a lot of quality shows or movies about superheroes going bad, which I think kind of like The Boys and Invincible. Like,
Well, I didn't.
They're
Because
turning
that's
down
no,
this
that's a
type
whole nother like point, and I mean it's a good point too. But I'm saying as far as like seeing something so like not normal, something so horrific. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, they do have a good story on their hands, but as far as like the blood and gore, like they just upping the ante on that shit. Like with The Boys, this nigga went small, went in the nigga's dick, and grew in that nigga, made him explode. Like they're just gonna keep upping the ante, and like there's gonna be more gory fucking movies. There's gonna be more raunchy ass shows. There's gonna
But
be
the reason
more.
we
There's
watch
gonna be
is not the
more.
gore. The reason why it's not the gore. The
Then
reason
what?
you watch is because they're flipping the genre on its head.
But it's still a wow factor though. Where
Yes, it's a wow factor, it's there.
that's this wow factor for this. The raunchiness is its wow factor. You get what I'm saying? Like that's
Well, what's-
I mean
where's
like
the-
wow
where's the
factor. That's
flip
his
on the
main.
head?
That's his main like pillar that's.
But
it's
where's the
held on.
flip on the head, though?
What with this show?
Yeah.
It's outer space.
Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty's not funny like that. Rick and Morty's not that raunchy, bro. I mean, not that raunchy.
Rick and Morty's smarter.
Okay, but I'm saying as far as comedy, this shit is funny, my nigga, and it's different because it's out of space, and they got Billy and two-headed bitch and fucking Oznar.
Two-headed
and,
bitch is
and bro,
You didn't see what happened to Two-Headed Bitch. She flipped. She went crazy at the end.
yeah.
They split apart, and now she's like a bad guy. She's like the villain.
But my point being
Oh, yeah,
is,
yeah, yeah.
my point being is, I can make 5 different characters, put them outer space, and have a room full of people, make a shitload of jokes, and make a show that's similar to this shit. It's not gonna be special. It's gonna be very similar.
Well,
I'm not gonna flip
even
nothing
if
on
they
its
don't
head.
do the nuclear family, like obviously it's
What
off
do you mean
that.
by nuclear family? What is that?
Just like the fucking
Well-
Homer Simpson, like with the
well, why is that
Simpsons and
nuclear?
shit.
What is?
Well, so what my point with the nuclear family was that you're saying shows like Family Guy, American Dad, F is for Family, things like that. But I think those are a whole different sort of style of show. Those are plays on what the American nuclear family are. A nuclear family is mother, father, son, daughter, pet. That's a nuclear family, a standard white American home.
Right.
Those shows are plays on what the nuclear family can be in fucked up scenarios. What if this dude's baby was evil and this dog can talk?
Even in,
What if this dude's pet was an alien?
right.
Shit
But
like
isn't
that.
there a family in Farzar?
yeah.
It doesn't focus on the family though. It just focuses on him and his team.
But
They
I
have
said
a family.
yeah, they have a family,
But it's not focusing on the idea of the family. It's focusing
him?
on fucking what was his name? The main character.
Fickle.
Fickle.
Fickle. Yeah, it's like I changed Michael. to F.
Michael. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sounds
Futuristic.
sci-fi.
Yeah.
It sounds sci-fi though.
Yeah, Michael, him and his team. It doesn't focus on the idea of him, his dad, his mom, and their family doing shit together that gets them in fucked up situations. That's what those shows are about. Their whole family dynamic and how they play off each other like that. This one just focuses on him and the fucked up shit he gets into and his big team because his dad's just trying to get rid of him.
See, I understand.
But that's-
And that's more
Evolution to
point where it makes it more different, my nigga.
But that's just an evolution.
No, but I
Same thing
under-
with Paradise PD. That's not a family.
I understand what y'all are trying to
PD.
say, but I don't think it justifies it being the jokes being repetitive. Like even the jokes so they're constantly throwing jokes, but
So what do you
also
think Robot Chicken is, bro?
Yeah,
Every
but-
skit is a
No, I got you. Robot
Yeah.
Chicken does it, but I feel like Robot Chicken does it better. I feel like when I'm sitting down, the time when I haven't watched Robot Chicken in a while, but the time when I was watching Robot Chicken, it was more the jokes are more different. It wasn't they weren't doing it
But
exactly
you don't
like
feel
that.
like
it
it's
allows
funny
yourself to
because
be
you're a
more
kid
free.
too?
Yeah.
You don't feel like it's funny because you're more immature, like you're a kid?
No, that shit's still funny to this day, dog.
No, there's some shit that's just gonna be funny as fuck, but it's you're more impressionable as a kid.
The thing
And
about
plus you haven't been exposed to that shit. There's more of a thirst to watch more rated M, rated R. You get what I'm
sure,
saying?
but
That might
the
be-
thing about Robot Chicken that makes it different is that it's different skits. It's not just beholden to this guy.
But no,
this-
he's saying that the jokes are flying. And I'm like, nigga, the joke's been flying. Cleveland show they're gonna fly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but when
it's part of this genre, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, but even if Joes are based on comedy and they're constantly throwing jokes, they're doing it way better than Farzar is. Like, Farzar is constantly making dick jokes or really making jokes about the same shit throughout the thing in different ways where it's not even creative. Like, they're literally just throwing shit, like, literally, like, nonstop. Like, no show has, like...
Is it, though? Because Farzar, because even you take the character like Farzar, and he has a thing where he's always just roasting his main nigga.
Clitoris.
And his name is Clitoris. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's jokes in there that are like over your head jokes, nigga. That's what I'm telling you.
What do you mean over your head jokes?
Like jokes that you're not gonna get right off first rip or right off first watch. Like I'm telling you, the comedy's layered in there, bro.
I just don't think the comedy is like all that, to be honest. I feel like other shows like Rick and Morty and Futurama, I still watch Futurama then there, it just does it way better.
I just remember watching specifically this one joke where it was the episode where the robot is 100% robot, and so he has to go live in Robot City. I don't even know.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like in the slums of the robot.
He started the robot revolution and shit.
And the first thing you see is two robots fighting each other, and it's clearly a joke of I don't know, that old game where two robots.
Rock
robots, and then like they just fight, and then at the end they just pause, and then one robot shoots the other with a gun, and I'm like, that was a joke. They're just fighting, and then a robot at the end shoots one.
Because that's not how the game goes.
I understand. I understand, but does that make you laugh? He just pulls out a gun and shoots. Like, what?
Yeah.
That was dumb. I literally looked at it and I was like, that's the dumbest fuck.
I think I had the Rocket Soccer robots. I could've shoot
the grandma, like, there's so many jokes that Renzo makes about his wife and his pussy being so dry. Like, I remember, like, hearing it, like, the first few times, like, it was funny, but then it just got over repetitive, and, like, it just like saying, like, they weren't really creative with their jokes. Like, they kept it so close.
Like, to the pussy shit, bro, he'll say, like, her pussy's so dry, I'll catch me on fire or some shit, right? And they'll go into a whole, like, B plot, right? And then he'll come back, as soon as the scene starts, he's jumping out of bed on fire, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it hits.
I don't know, when the guy, the yoke guy that's married to the old bitch,
Renzo, the dad?
Yeah, the dad. When it was like that festival where he has to fuck the old lady. You remember? Not a festival, but it's like a day. They set off where he has to.
They have a day set where they have to fuck he has to fuck his wife in like
crazy ways.
Positions.
Yeah, and then he goes off and he's like, yeah, give me a second. Then he goes off immediately. When he went off, I was like, this is a clone story, and it was a fucking clone story. It's just like, is it original? I don't know. I just guessed the whole plot line of this episode right here. You know.
So you're watching it for the story?
I'm watching it because of the jokes, dude. I'm watching it the jokes that surprise you. Yeah, they get funny.
Yeah.
But if you could just see what's coming, is it gonna be funny? I don't know.
No, I mean, there's some jokes that you could see coming, but him having a clone storyline isn't a joke. That's the storyline.
I understand.
You're good at predicting the storyline. That storyline's been done before, but that's not a joke.
I understand.
And my whole argument right now
is
is that the humor is there and it's original and it's like it hits.
My argument is that it's not original and the humor is not there.
I agree. I think that I don't even care about the original. Like, throw original for me. Throw original. I don't give a fuck if 10 niggas did this shit. If you're gonna do it, like, you gotta do it right.
Do it better.
You have to, do it better.
Otherwise, why exist?
Exactly.
So what shows like this?
I just said it, like Rick and Morty, like really
but
all these.
Family Guy, Rick and Morty, Inside Job, Brickleberry,
first
Paradise
off,
PD.
Rick and Morty, other than being out in space and having weird concepts, back to the nuclear family, like. It's not about Fico and his family. Rick and Morty isn't about Rick and Morty. No. But Rick and Morty isn't. What I'm trying to say, the character lineup, how they template it, isn't the same.
Fuck the character.
But what's the goal of the show?
The
goal of the show is a comedy animated film. It's a comedy American animated film. That's exactly what Futurama is. American Dad, Family Guy. That's exactly what it is. You want to sit there. Like, this is a show you sit down and like you watch for a comedy and like it's not too much about story like you were saying. But it's about the jokes, and that's the issue where I have with Farzar. It's like, fuck the original, fuck the storyline. I actually like that, like, the randomness about it. It's just the jokes. The jokes are not always there. It's like 50-50 for me. It's like, am I gonna laugh about it? Flip a coin. Oh, maybe not.
and the whole nuclear family thing, the argument, it doesn't matter. The point is, you have characters, you make jokes, they work or not. That's the whole point. I don't care about nuclear family. It doesn't matter. Only about characters.
Yeah, I agree.
You understand?
So. The way they format the show doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
So what matters is the jokes.
What matters is, do you do it better than these other shows?
It does. It does. It definitely does. Because I understand, like, trying to say, like, Farzar, like, the setting of it is pretty unique. So, like, it definitely does. The setting matters. But I feel like overall, like, the objective of the goal is, like, what really matters.
This shit had a bad guy.
It was Renzo the whole time.
Well, yeah.
And Renzo, it had a twist on your ass. You know what I'm saying? The only show that is like this is the shows that they make, Brickleberry and fucking Paradise PD. That's the only show I can think of that's like close to it, other than like take out the raunchiness and the comedic aspect. How they template it is not like what? Like what?
So my theory with Brickleberry and Paradise PD is that they basically dropped the show 3 times in different perspectives to find something for somebody to like. They dropped Brickleberry first. That came out back on Comedy Central. That you don't like state parks. You don't like this wild animal shit because it's the same thing about wild animals. You don't like that wild animal shit. Here's one's about cops. You don't like cops. Here's one's about space. Either way, we gonna find.
We got you, bro.
We gonna find something for you.
And yeah, so I mean, I do agree that the jokes are flying and some of them might hit because comedy is subjective. But as far as like it being the same as other shows, I can't agree.
I think we're just gonna have to leave it at that because I
agree to disagree.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to debate all night, but it's like, I mean, I'm not finna take out niggas outside and play.
So what are we rating it here?
Well, BMP, what you
Well,
rating?
definitely, this is not gonna be like an overall. This is like the first actual like Clutch City like division.
Yeah.
Debate.
Yeah. Me, I give it an 8. I liked it.
I give it an 8.
Wow, an 8.
I give it a 6.5.
I give it a 6, 5.5.
So, I mean, overall,
5.
that's the question.
Why would you give it a 5 though? Because I'm siding with you, but I think for me it was watchable. Like I guess I'm dissing this shit right now.
You came and watch it, man.
That's about it. Well, I didn't watch it. I watched
You watched 4
episodes.
Yeah.
Do you think it would get better for more? 6 more? I'm not gonna put myself through that.
You didn't see how that boy Clitoris.
Oh no,
You
Clitoris!
didn't see
I didn't see Clitoris.
Nah, dude, you didn't see how
now.
Clitoris went back in time and what he do at the last episode?
He died.
No, he died, and then what?
He faked his death.
Right.
For what was the villain's name?
Bazarak.
Bazarak. He faked his death so Bazarak could become like bring everybody together for the war. And then he came back.
No, but he came back with squids that were the rock band.
he went back in time, trained squids how to play guitar and shit, and started a squid rock band because this man wanted to rock band. And in the war,
right?
The bananas. I thought the bananas were hilarious.
Yeah, the bananas.
The way they came over the battlefield, I like that.
Bro, that shit was
but I think it's just a solid Clutch City 50.
Yeah, obviously it's a 50.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm gonna give it a 9. 9, nigga.
What other shows you give 9 then? Give me an equivalent here.
Equivalent?
Yeah.
South Park. South Park's like a 9, 10.
You think this is equivalent to fucking South Park?
Yeah. And better animation.
Well, first of all, South Park's animation's like that for a reason.
No, it's for a reason, but can I not give it points for animation? The opening
you can't
intro is fire.
No, dude, there's no way it's the same level as South Park. You're just objectively wrong.
South Park's very meta.
No,
South Park is meta to the
wrong.
day, dog.
I'm subjectively wrong.
To the day. South Park did a whole Game of Thrones thing about Black Friday.
Okay, I'm talking about as far as the jokes. The storyline, you're still focused on the storyline. Yeah, they got better storylines than they have fucking a whole catalog for years.
They got better jokes.
Whole years. But this shit is, to me, comedy-wise, I'ma laugh as hard as I do watching South Park as I did this. You get what I'm saying?
No.
And even for it to be all like raunchy and nasty and shit like that, and I could watch it with my girl, or I don't think my mom's gonna watch it, but like, you know, I feel like it hits a wide range of people. You know what I mean? So
I guess. I mean, you give it a 9, I'll give it a 1.
Whoa!
We gotta balance it. It's a 50.
but you're being like, that's hating. You're a hater.
I mean, I'm hating.
That is hating.
You're hating.
I'm gonna stick to my ratings. It's definitely a 6.
Yeah, I'm sticking to my 8, bro. Like,
I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9.
He gave it a 9.
Bro, be real though. Be real though.
No, I'll be real. I'll
though.
stick it a 5.5, 5.5, 6.
6.
So it's a 6. It's
I said
a
5.5. Let's go 5.5.
It's a Clutch City 50. It's a Clutch City 50.
It's a Clutch
you know?
City 50,
We're
bro.
gonna have to agree to disagree. You know, we just got debating opinions, but overall, I'm trying to collect the room
We
here.
keep saying that. We keep saying
Yeah, overall, let's finally
Listen, watch, don't watch.
get
It's
to the
up to you.
point. This one's up to you. Half the room says yes, half the room says, well, actually, 3/4 of the room says give it a try. This man over here just in his own room over
That's
there.
a skip. That's a skip. It's a strong skip.
But at least don't hate on it off of just the review alone. Give it your own opinion, give it your own run.
Well, with
You know,
anything, do that.
Yeah, give them the chance. Give them the benefit of the doubt.
Facts.
They obviously, it's a show they put out on Netflix. They worked hard on it. So I'm just I'm not trying to spread hate towards them.
Yeah.
They worked hard on it.
Listen, we got nothing against
Listen,
you guys.
but if it was trash, bro, I'd just be like, that shit
If it was trash, we let you know that shit trash.
Yeah.
But give it your own try. Young Ramon, you want to finish us off here?
You already know the vibes, man. That's the Clutch City fucking debate.
First one.
First
You know
one.
what I mean? I'm proud of this one, man.
Clutch City does disagree sometimes.
Right, come to our debate class, man. We'll show you how to talk. But that's it. We got my boy,
BNP.
my dog,
Macho.
my nigga,
King Raw.
Young Ramon in the fucking zone. Posting that putting on. We out.